Hey Adam, do you want to play a game with me?
Sure, this will be a great way for us to see how the game plays, the steps of a turn, and how cards interact with each other. Say, that's a nice mat you have there.
Oh yeah, I got this from the official products from Bushiroad, which are the makers of the game Weiss Schwarz.
Okay, well let's start playing this game. When you start the game, you put 5 cards into your hand.
So what do I do after I get 5 cards into my hand?
Well, there are going to be some times when you don't like some of the cards that are in your hand. They don't really work for the turn that you're playing. What you can do then, at the start of the game, is you can discard any number of the cards in your hand to your waiting room. I'm going to discard 4. And then draw the same number of cards from your deck.
Oh, well, I have a level 3, a level 2, and a level 1. I don't think I can play those early game, so I'm just going to throw them in the graveyard.
That's a good choice. So then you draw the same number. I draw 4, and you draw 3. Hey, can I play first?
Sure, why not?
Okay. The first thing you do on every turn is you draw. This is even for the people who are going first. So I'll draw 1 card for my turn. The next thing you do in a turn is you go to your clock phase. Clock phase is when you can intentionally put a card into your clock in order to draw 2 cards. You can only do this once during a turn. I have this level 2 card. I don't think I'm going to be playing it anytime soon, so I'm going to put this card in my clock and draw 2.
So it's like taking damage for more draw.
Exactly. The next thing you do is you go to your main phase. This is where you play character cards and event cards in order to win the game. On the first turn of the game, whoever's going first can only attack with 1 character. So because of that, I'm only going to play 1 character. This way my other ones don't die. So I'm going to play this character. This character has 2,500 attack. For this game, we're not going to use abilities, so we can just show how the cards interact. Then I go to my climax phase where I can choose to play a climax card. I'm not going to do that just yet because I only have 1 character and I don't get that much of a benefit. So then I go to my attack. There are 3 kinds of attack, and I'm going to use the first one, which is a direct attack. When you attack with a character, you put it from stand-up position to rest position. That means you've used it for the turn. The next thing you do is you go to the trigger step. We talked about this earlier when we talked about stock. You reveal the top card of your deck, look at the trigger symbol. This one doesn't have anything in the trigger, so I don't get any benefit. And you put it into stock. The benefit of a direct attack is that I get +1 damage as opposed to when I attack another character. So now, Terry, you're going to take 2 damage from your deck. Since you didn't hit a climax, those will go to your clock zone, and I did damage.
Ouch.
After your attack, you can't do anything else on your turn, so I'm going to say that you can go, Terry.
So what you're saying is tapped characters cannot attack. Correct?
Yes.
Alright. Now I'm going to draw for my turn. Well, similar to what you did, I'm going to clock a level 2 character as well.
Seems like a good idea.
So since I'm going second, I can attack with as many characters as I can up in the front?
Yes.
Alright, well, I have a lot of level 0 characters.
Well, that's going to be bad for me.
Let's see. I do have a climax, so I'm actually going to play my climax.
What's that one do?
This one allows me to draw a card, and then give 1 character plus 2,000 to attack, and 1 soul.
Oh, wow.
Well, if you haven't noticed, I placed the same attack power character in front of yours. And we have a character here that has the same attack as that character, so they both would have gone to the waiting room. Now, I'm giving it a plus 2,000 bonus, therefore it's at 4,500 until the end of turn. Alright, well, I'm ready to attack.
Well, before you do that, I just want to let you know that you have 2 choices when you attack with this character here. The first thing you can do is what's called a front attack. That's when you attack my character and we compare their power in order to determine who wins. The other thing you can do is you can do what's called a side attack. This is where your character sneaks around my character and does damage straight to me without ever having to worry about this character getting in the way. The only downside to that is, when you do that, you subtract from your soul equal to my level. Since I'm level 0, you subtract 0 and you deal the same amount.
Well, when you say subtract soul, do you only mean the original character's soul?
I mean the character's total soul. So for this character with a soul of 2, if I had a character with level 2, that means that you would still do no damage.
Alright, so the trigger does get affected. Well, currently, my climax is enough to go over your character, so I don't need to side attack.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and directly attack your character.
With a front attack?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to trigger, and it seems like I trigger a soul on top of the card.
What that means is now your character is dealing an extra soul's worth of damage. So instead of 2, you now have 3. The next thing after you trigger is you put that card into your stock area.
Face down.
Now I have the counterattack step. This is when you can play anything with the fist symbol in its card. Well, I don't think I'm going to do that now, so I'm just going to go to the next step, which is the damage step. Now I'm going to take 3 damage from my deck. 1, 2, 3. Well, since I didn't have a climax, these will just go to clock. Next, you go to the battle step. This is when the characters actually fight each other. My character is defeated, so my character gets reversed. Anytime a character is defeated, it gets reversed before it actually goes to the waiting room. We'll explain what that means in just a second.
Alright, well, I still have 2 more characters I can attack with. This is actually really good for people who want to go second. I will attack.
Alright, so since this is a direct attack, you get an additional soul.
Okay. I flip over a 0 soul right here. Therefore, it's only going to deal 2 damage.
Okay. 1, 2. Any other attacks?
Yes, the final one. The trigger... Oh, I triggered a climax.
This one is the flame symbol, and that flame means that if I cancel the damage of this attack, I take a damage anyway. Can that damage be canceled, Terry?
Yes, it can. That's only if you hit another climax after.
Oh, that seems kind of good then. Well, let's see what happens. 1, 2. Okay, so I do cancel it, and I'll take 1 damage from your climax.
Correct.
Well, looks like I have 7 cards in my clock area, so I'm going to have to level up. Well, this deck has a bunch of different colors, but I think I'm going to put this one to my level. This way I can play any yellow characters from my hand. The rest will go to my waiting room.
Alright, I will now end my turn and put my climax in the waiting room.
Well, before you do that, there's one more step when it comes to battle. After all combat is done, you go to what's called the encore step. This is when any player can revive a character that's been reversed by paying 3 stock. Since I don't have that, I'm going to just have to let this character go to the waiting room. I guess I'll take my turn now then. Alright, since it's my turn, I'll start the turn by drawing a card. Then I'll put 1 card to my claw. Well, I have 2 climaxes in my hand, so I don't need both, so I'll put 1 of them here, and I'll draw 2 cards. Well, I have this event card that I think is going to be very useful, so I'll play it. This event says that all of your characters get minus 3,000 power, but I have to level up as a cost. Something we didn't mention earlier is that if any character ever has 0 power, it automatically goes to the waiting room.
Darn, all my characters are 3,000 or less.
And I'll take 6 damage in order to level up. This damage, because it's coming from my own card, can't be canceled. Well, since I'm going to put this card here to my level, now I'm at level 2 and I can play even better characters.
Well, all my characters are now in the waiting room.
Okay, since I'm at level 2, I can pay 1 stock and play this character, which has 8,000 power.
Holy moly!
I'm sure you've noticed that my level 2 character has a lot more power than your level 0 characters. As you get to higher levels, you can play more powerful characters. That's one of the benefits of leveling. Well, I think I'm going to play some more characters since I'm going to attack more this turn. So I'm going to play these 2 level 0 characters also. In that case, I think I'm going to go ahead and attack. I'll attack with this one first. So, since it's a direct attack, I get +1 soul, and I trigger nothing, so it's just going to be 2 damage.
1, 2. No climaxes.
Alright, then I'll attack with this one. Again, no trigger, so 2 damage.
1, 2. Now hold on, I'm actually at 7 damage.
One thing that you want to remember is that as soon as you get to 7 cards in your clock, you immediately level up and you interrupt what's going on to do that.
Well then, I'm going to place this to my level, and the rest will now go to my waiting zone.
Okay, well then, I think I'm going to attack with my last character, now that I've put you at level 1. Oh good, I hit a soul. I have a soul as my trigger. So you're going to take 1, 2, and 3.
Alright, 1. Oh, wait.
Come on, I was trying to get some damage through here.
Well, that goes into the waiting zone.
Alright, well, I guess I'm done with my turn. You can go.
I'll withdraw for my turn. This is not looking good on my part.
Do you want to put a card in your clock?
Yes, I am. I'm trying to decide which one I should. I'm going to place this character, because right now I'm at level 1. I don't really need small characters.
Also, it only has 2,000 power anyway.
Yes. Instead, I'm going to place a level 1 character down.
Wow, that's pretty big, but I think my level 2 is stronger.
Well, this costs 1 stock, so I'm going to go ahead and pay for it. And I'm also going to play another level 1, but this one doesn't have any cost, so I get to play for free.
That seems a little better, but it is weaker.
And I'm still going to put a level 0 down.
Okay. Well, are you going to do anything else before you attack?
Not right now. Well, I'm going to go into my battle phase. So first, I'm going to attack with my level 1.
Okay. Well, trigger.
I trigger 0.
Alright, put that to stock. Now I'll take my damage. 1. And then they'll do battle, and my character will be reversed.
Okay, next I will attack.
Alright, trigger.
And this, 1. So I get a +1 bonus. Does
2 damage. 1, 2.
Alright. Your character is really big.
One of the things you can do is one of the things you should know is that if you front attack, no matter whether your character is going to die or not, you're still going to deal your damage to me. So, one of the things you can do is you can attack my level 2 character with your level 0 character and still deal 1 damage plus whatever you trigger to me.
That sounds like a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and try that. Attack.
Alright. Well, you don't put it reversed right away. First, you put it into rest position. Then you go ahead and trigger.
1.
Alright, so now put that into stock. I'll take 2. Oh, looks like this one's canceled.
Darn.
And then your character will be reversed. Okay, well, after all that battle, we can now choose whether we want to encore or not. I don't think my characters are that important, so I think I'm just going to let them go to my waiting room.
Well, same here. He's not very important.